Okay, well, welcome everyone to the inaugural Singapore Super Trunk Show. We couldn't be more excited to have this as our third stop, of course, now in Asia.
Yes.
So, Ash Samsudin is Metiers Sol here in Singapore,
Correct.
which is a shoe care boutique.
Studio,
in a way.
Yep.
And he was our 2022 world champion in shoe shining back in London. So this man knows how to shine a pair of shoes. And as I say, the Shoe Shine Championships is really not fair. It's kind of like the Formula One of shoe shining, because to do a mirror shine on a new pair of shoes in 20 minutes is far easier said than done. It's almost unfair, just how difficult that is. But it's a real testament to Ash's skill that he won, because it's the most competitive of all the Shoe Shine Championships we run. And so today's demonstration is going to be on a particular technique one uses in producing a mirror shine, and that is using your fingers.
Correct.
So it's a little counterintuitive, and it's unique to really the kind of the Asian tradition of shoe shining.
That's right.
Is to not really focus on using a cloth, but really using your fingers. So you're going to show us, the secret sauce here.
I'll spill everything tonight.
Yep,
Today.
so all the secrets just in time. So thank you. Of course, we're using Saphir Médaille shoe polish as our platinum sponsor for this event. And anyone that is a shoe care aficionado knows that Saphir is really kind of the best there is. And their mirror gloss, really has made that mirror shine so much easier. And so I'll be interested to kind of hear your perspective on how to use both the mirror gloss and the Pâte Deluxe, because they really work quite well in tandem. And then, of course, Bridlin, which is a high-quality manufacturer of Goodyear welted leather dress shoes based in India. One of our other platinum sponsors has generously, donated a pair of shoes for Ash to demonstrate on.
That's
so
right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, today, every shoe shine will be on Bridlin shoes. Okay. So, hi everyone. My name is Ash Samsudin. I'm from the Metiers Sol Studio. So for today, I'll be showing you how we shine shoes with actually just fingers. The tools you need is actually just a few products, which is the wax, water, and then the cloth, and also your fingers. Okay. So basically, first, what we do is we always brush the shoes. We clear off all the dust on the shoes first, because if we use our finger, we might push the dirt or any dust into the pores. That will kind of damage the leather. Okay. So what I like to do is to start off with a mirror gloss to fill up the pores on the shoe. So that way we can get the shine up even faster. And the first reason why we use only fingers is because that if you use cloth, a little bit of the product may go onto the cloth, and then it might not go onto the shoe. So with fingers, you actually transfer from wax to shoes straight. And then you can also control the amount of wax you can apply on the shoe. So you can see. If you guys can't see, you can just come closer, a little bit closer, it's fine. So what I usually do is just grab a bit of wax. Okay. So when we use the finger, you can go into these areas, not the corners of the shoe, but you can cover it. So with cloth, it's very hard to control. Okay. So you don't actually need a lot of products. Just, you can see, you can barely see anything on the finger. Just show you on the black wax, like this, still so little. So you don't waste a lot of products. Okay? And then you massage the shoe with your finger. I like to do straight motion on the front, okay, just to spread it out evenly. And then go to the bottom. We move to the sides over here. So I'm going to show you only the cap toe. So it's usually, generally, everybody just shine the cap toe at home, because after that, you will spend at least already 1 hour. All right, so just using fingers. Light massages, don't press it too hard. You might damage the leather. So usually I like to come as, we'll take 5 minutes doing this. Just, relax, massage the wax. On the front, on the back. So you just use your fingertips, go around these areas, the corners of the welt. So some common mistakes that we do, we take too much product. All right, we take too much, and then what's going to happen is you're going to remove whatever is on the shoe. So that is why we use fingers. You can see here, if you press too much, you kind of like smudge it this way. So with this kind of consistency on the shoe, you won't be able to get any shine on it. So with the finger, just dab it a little bit, and then you apply on the shoe. If ever you apply too much, what you need to do is just brush it off. Just brush the base off, even it out, and then you restart it. If you guys notice I'm using two wax mixing together, it's because that with mirror gloss, it's easier for you to close up the pores compared to the Pâte Luxe. And then usually this will save you a lot of time to create the mirror shine. Just like that. And then start it off with the white cloth, tie around your finger. So how we tie this is actually just pinch it like this and then face forward and you go around. Okay? If you guys want to train, I have a masterclass later on at 1:15 onwards. You guys can join us. Okay? And then when it comes to water, just a dab of water is enough, like this. Okay? And then grab a bit of wax, start off small circular motion. Massage it.
How do you know when you're done with the finger part, so to speak?
So usually I'll spend 5 minutes applying on the cap toe, and then I polish it with water. And then if it's not enough, you can still see pores on the shoe. So if you can still see pores, that means you need to add more wax on it. Okay?
And so as you're applying the polish with your fingers, you know, there's no shine. I mean, it's all very cloudy.
Very cloudy, yeah.
And then
so
after that 5 minutes, after you stuff the pores, then that's when you'd really start to work to build the shine?
That's right. So when you first start polishing, this is what you're going to get. So very cloudy, smudgy finish like this. Yeah. So this is when only you use mirror gloss. So this is why after this, we will mix it with a bit of Pâte Luxe polish because it's kind of like wetter than this one. So this blends in quite well. So I added a bit of black. Okay. There's no rush doing this process. Just slowly massage it. And then if you can feel a bit of friction, that's where you know you need to add a bit of water. Using the ring finger and just drop one drop of water is enough. And then you continue on massaging. So the ratio is 1 part of wax, 1 part of water. And you repeat the motion. Just like this. Then you can already see the difference. So you can still see some smudge. That this indicates that you need more water on the polishing process. So what you do is just dab it a little and then continue on. Usually you get impatient when it comes to polishing. If you see cloudy and then it still gets cloudy and cloudy and cloudy. The reason why is because there's not enough water on the application. So, and then when you need more water, people tend to just wet the entire cloth. So this is also a not good indication because this amount of water will remove everything on the shoe, which area you apply on. So when you press like this, you get this water stains on the shoe. So water stains is bad because it will damage the shine. The leather will absorb it, and then when you apply the next layer of wax, nothing goes in. So what you want to do is just take a dry area, just wipe it like this, and then usually you can wait for it to dry for 5 minutes, but if not, you can just brush it off and then apply with the mirror gloss because the mirror gloss is drier, so it's easier to go into the pores. And then repeat the motion. It's kind of like restarting the entire shine process, but at like 20%.
So one of the problems that we see often is you'll end up with a dull spot
In the
Right.
middle, right? Or somewhere.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Can you explain what causes that and then how one could resolve it?
So number one is they apply too much pressure on polishing. So the idea of mixing the wax, I'll show you. So usually when you mix the wax and you press too much on one spot, you get a dull finish. So this dull finish is actually removing the entire wax, like this.
But what about, is it also not caused by too much water in some areas?
Too much water as well. So too much water, too much pressure, all this will cause to remove the wax over here. See this? Yeah. So to counter this, that's why it's a good indication to apply water just 1 dot.
And so if it's a result of too much water, can you allow the shoe a little bit of time for that area to dry? And then
The
can you
best way is to let
continue?
it dry first. Always let the shoe dry first before applying any more wax on the shoe.
So you don't have to start over?
You can, but usually they don't. Yeah. And then if you can see this, so with the mirror gloss wax, this is a great product to kind of like cover up all these patches. So apply them with the finger lightly. Just a few layers. And then you go back to polishing. With a very light pressure, you can already see the result. I'm going to speed up a little bit. And then when you need to add water, just 1 dot. So like I said, the ratio is 1 part water, 1 part wax. And then if you're satisfied with your shine, you can always finish off with a softer wax, which is the Pâte Luxe. So this will give you a mirror gloss like finish, smooth on the cap toe. And you can already see it's clean, shine. Of course, you can add more if you need more mirror gloss shine, but usually this is already cleaned, naturally shine. You can already see a bit of reflection, yeah, like this.
And Ash, if you wanted to have a better shine, would you add a little more of the wax in addition to the mirror shine?
So from here,
Yep.
so yeah, you add more mirror gloss. Mirror gloss first, and then usually use the Pâte Luxe as a finishing layer coating. So let me just show you. If you want to get more shiny on toe, so when you apply the wax while polishing, just dab it is enough. If you take like this, it's too much. Then that will result to removing the shine on the shoe. So just dab a little bit, apply it on the shoe, and then ring finger. Keep the circular motion small so you can go around the cap toe easily. Like this. And then if you're satisfied, you want to finish the shine, I would recommend doing 1 dab of Pâte Luxe, maybe 1 more. And then right now we're just using water to blend everything together. Well, of course, you can speed up if you want. You can watch TV on Sunday doing this. Just pace yourself. There's no rush in shoe shining. The more you rush, the more you end up kind of removing the wax if you're not careful. Just do one more. And there you have it. So a nice sheen on the shoe, a bit flexion, yeah, like this. All right. So anyone have any questions?
Well, my whole life military, and there was this belief that every once in a while you had to strip the shoe back down. Is there any truth to that?
So I usually follow the 2-4-8 rule. So 2-4-8 rule means every 2 weeks we just brush it and use Pâte de Luxe to touch up the shine. Every 4 weeks we clean it a little bit using the cleanser. We use the cream to nourish the leather and then shine. So every 8 weeks we remove everything. Use a good Renomat, remove the entire wax on the shoe to let it breathe, and then nourishment cream and polish. So removing everything is important because you want the leather to breathe the new life, and then you don't want to clumped up wax every time on the shoe. So probably like 1 month, you can kind of like do the entire process.
But that's for shoes that you use a lot, right?
Yes, but if you display the shoes, then you don't have to. Yeah. So yeah, so that's it. This is my presentation for the how to use fingers and apply water with both Mirror Gloss and Pâte de Luxe. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much.